I'm going to just take a quick moment, a little change in the order of events, only because our state representative, Jerry Reyes, has to be back up in Hartford by 11 o'clock. So I would like to thank one and all for attending our Lithuanian Mayor for the Day and flag-raising ceremony, as we've done every single year, probably since around 1980, if not before that, one of the longest-standing traditions. Ačiū visiems susirinkusiems šį rytą Lietuvos nepriklausomybės atstatymo švenčių proga, vėliavos pakėlimo ir garbės burmistro pristatymo. Taip kad pereisim per visą programėlę mūsų ir pasveikinsim mūsų garbės burmistrą ir paskui dar vaišės ir sugiedosim Lietuvos himną taip pat. Before I proceed with anything else, so that he could get back to Hartford in time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jerry Reyes, our state representative, to come forward with a proclamation. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'd say good morning, everybody. It is my honor and privilege to be here representing the 75th District and my Lithuanian community. It's my privilege to have the honor to know so many Lithuanians that have served the city of Waterbury so well and so proudly. And having been in this district for over 50 years and having the opportunity to have spent some time in the old Lithuanian club and knowing what a strong and thriving community it is. And when I came here today, I really didn't know who the gentleman was, but in reality, I do know him. He's the bugle player who's always playing at taps on the greens every Memorial Day. So I do know Mr. Jaras, and I have a great picture of him playing the bugle on the greens. So I have great memories, and it's an honor to actually be here presenting this citation and proclamation from the state of Connecticut and from the Waterbury delegation. So I'm going to read it, and it's from the state of Connecticut General Assembly official citation introduced by the entire Waterbury delegation. Be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Alphonse Juras in recognition of having been named Waterbury Honorary Lithuanian Mayor for the Day. The City of Waterbury thanks you for your living contributions and working in the City of Waterbury for nearly 100 years. We, the entire Waterbury delegation, join with your family, colleagues, and friends to congratulate you on your music and sportsmanship contributions and many contributions to the City of Waterbury. Thank you for all that you've done. You've made the City of Waterbury proud. You've made all of us in the Brooklyn area proud, and you certainly made your country, Lithuania, very proud. And it is signed by the entire membership, extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion, and expresses the hope for continued success given this 24th day of March 2017 in the state capitol, Hartford, Connecticut, signed by President Pro Tem Marty Looney and Speaker of the House, Denise Merrill. It is my honor, sir, to present this to you on behalf of the state of Connecticut. God bless you.
Thank you, our State Representative Jerry Reyes, for taking part. Very much a pleasure to have you here amongst us, a good friend to our Lithuanian community. Thank you very much. In continuing this morning's program, I'd like to ask Joe Geary to step forward with, as our representative of the City of Waterbury today, our Director of Operations, and say a few words, and I believe he has the proclamation and will officially install our mayor for the day today. So here you go.
Thank you. That's from us. Thank you, Linus. Good morning, everybody. It's my honor and privilege to be here this morning representing the Honorable Mayor Neil O'Leary. I want to welcome Mayor Jaros for the second time. Just talking to Al out in front, it's hard to believe, not hard to believe actually, when you look back in my memory, and I may be off by one or two, but I believe you're the first person to be named the Mayor of the Year twice. And Al was Mayor of the Year 25 years ago at the age of 75. And now he's mayor again today at the nice young age of 100 years old. Congratulations, Mayor Jaros. Just like to make a couple quick acknowledgments. I'd like to acknowledge Monroe Webster. Monroe, please raise your hand. Monroe is very instrumental in all of our flag raisings and ethnic mayors for the day. Monroe, thank you for all you do. In the back of the room, Antoinette Chick Spinelli, our town clerk. Chick, good morning. Welcome. And last but certainly not least, over in the back to my right, your left, members of the Waterbury Police Department under the direction this morning of Assistant Deputy Chief Ed Epicella, a finer police department you won't find anywhere in the United States of America. Without further ado, I do have a proclamation for Al, and I'd like to read it. Whereas Al Jaros has spent virtually all of his nearly 100 years living and working in Waterbury. Born Alphonse G. You gotta help me out. Jarosevich to Lithuanian immigrants. Al was raised in the Brooklyn section of Waterbury and attended St. Joseph's School and Church. And whereas Al performed with the Lithuanian choir and formed a six-man band, the Young Medallions, 3 violins, a banjo, piano, and drums. He was also among the singers and dancers who performed for the Lithuanian Day at the 1939 World's Fair in New York. Wow. And whereas Al also played baseball for St. Joe's and varsity basketball for Crosby High School in his freshman year, playing for just one season because the Saturday night games conflicted with his musical endeavors. And whereas Al, after high school, went to work in the brass mills until World War II, where he was called up to serve in the U.S. Army. During his military service, he was appointed Technical Sergeant of the IV Corps Infantry Band, entertaining the troops stateside and later in the Philippines and Japan. And whereas following the war, he married his sweetheart, Evelyn Veloskis, attended post-college, and started a career at the Savings and Loan Association of Waterbury, retiring from TD Bank North 35 years later. And whereas Al was a musician who just happened to work at the bank, he continued to play trumpet and sing, first with his own band, the Medallions, and then at the Actors Colony in Derby for 13 years. He played with notable local musicians, including Carl Berg, Champ Siganolfi, and Israel Goldie Goldenberg, and Vic Fuda. He also has been singing with the Waterbury Choral for many years. And whereas Al and his late wife Evelyn, who passed away in 2006, made a loving home in town plot for 3 children, Tom Jaros of Waterbury, Ellen Jaros Hanley of Milldale, and Alan Jaros of New York City, and 2 grandchildren, Alexis Hanley and Thomas Jaros Jr., both of Boston. And whereas Al was very proud to be named the Lithuanian Mayor for the day in 1992. Now therefore, I, Neil M. O'Leary, Mayor of the City of Waterbury, do hereby proclaim March 10th, 2017, a special day of recognition for Alphonse Jaros, as we name him Waterbury's honorary Lithuanian Mayor for the day. Congratulations, and it's signed and dated today by the Honorable Mayor Neil M. O'Leary. Mayor Jaros, congratulations.
I do thank Joe Geary for being here with us today, representing the City of Waterbury, Mayor Neil O'Leary, and presenting the proclamation. And in that order, I will try to continue with the proclamations before we have our mayor for the day come up and say a few words. I think that's going to be the easiest way to proceed with this today, because the accolades are many this morning, from what I could tell. So, I'd like to introduce Kenny Curran, who represents Senator Chris Murphy's office, to come forward and present the proclamation. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be surrounded by Lithuanians. I grew up in Bethlehem, Connecticut, which is a couple towns over, and my mom had horses, so every summer was spent throwing hay bales into our hayloft with Lithuanian farmers from down the road. The hardest working people that I ever met. So good to be here with you again. And it's fitting that the mayor is the mayor for the second time, because anything Lithuania is worth doing twice. You got your independence twice. Your national anthem is now the second time. It's your national anthem, and here we are, second time with this mayor for the day. And I know the three colors of your flag represent the growing fields and the lush fields, and then the blood that was shed. But I think there, if you look closely, I think you see a little brass in there, brass color, because Connecticut itself has the largest percentage of Lithuanians in the entire country, 1% of its population. And a lot of that is right here in Waterbury. In fact, the first Lithuanian Mass was celebrated here in 1894. So it's great to be here celebrating Lithuanian heritage. And we celebrate faith, family, and hard work here in Waterbury, and that's due in large part because of what the Lithuanians here built. And so I wish you all freedom, unity, and prosperity. And to that end, I have a certificate from the United States Senate presented to Dal Jaris in recognition of your selection as the City of Waterbury's Lithuanian mayor for the day. As an ambassador for the spirit of the Lithuanian community in Connecticut, your dedication to your community is an inspiration to us all. Dated March 10th, 2017. Signed Senator Christopher Murphy, United States Senate. Thanks so much. Congratulations, Mayor.
And representing Representative Este's office, Jolena, if I could have you come forward and present the proclamation. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. I am here on behalf of Congresswoman Elizabeth Este to present a special certificate of congressional recognition to Mr. Jaris, or may I please call you Al? Is that okay? All right, great. So I just wanted to say on behalf of Congresswoman Elizabeth Este, Al, thank you so much for your service to the Lithuanian community, to the city of Waterbury at large, and to your country. So thank you so much for almost 100 years of service. Thank you. In the citation, I'd just like to point out a few things about all the work that you do for the city of Waterbury. You have dedicated your life to sharing with others your musical talent and the beauty of the Lithuanian culture, which I can see here today. It's quite spectacular. And during your service, you uplifted your fellow soldiers in music and dance, and right there by their side every step of the way. So your passion for music and continued learning, I hear you are in favor of taking more classes and expanding your horizons, has inspired others like myself, and has made an immense difference in the community. And like you've all heard about 3 times now, this is your second time as mayor. The first time you were honored was in '92. That's the year of my birth. So I am very excited to be here to see the second time that you are being honored, and because this is quite inspirational, and everything that you do for the community, the Congresswoman would like to thank you from the bottom of her heart. And unfortunately, she cannot be here to give you a big, great bear hug. I hear you like those quite a lot. I hope I can suffice, and I hope that adds on a few extra years. So I'm very honored to present this certificate to you, and I'm especially excited for this hug right here. So thank you so much.
We do not have a representative from Senator Blumenthal's office present with us today. However, we do have a certificate of special recognition that has been forwarded to me from his office. It is a certificate of special recognition presented to Alphonse Jaras in honor of being named the Lithuanian Mayor for the day for your outstanding devotion to the Waterbury community, dated March 10th, signed by Richard Blumenthal, Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut. We present this to you. And like I said, I don't remember in quite some time that we've had these many presentations, certifications, proclamations, and I would like to present Lourdes Montalvo from the Office of the Secretary of the State of Connecticut to come forward also with a special proclamation. Lourdes.
Can I? Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. For me, it's a great honor to be here today. And before I proceed, I want to say that the Secretary of the State of Connecticut, Denise Merrill, was so excited because this was supposed to happen on March 10, and she was in Connecticut, and she was going to be the one that was going to come to present this certificate. And unfortunately, when I told her that they have changed the date, she says, "Oh no, I'm going to be out of state on that day." But I love coming down here to Waterbury, especially when I come down here to Waterbury, and it's to honor people like this person that is here with us today that have done so much around and continue giving out to the community. And I have been told that you like music a lot and you like dancing. You know what I would love to learn? Dancing. Some cultural music. I love music. People that know I come down here to Waterbury, they know I come to all the festivals because I like dancing. I see the beautiful colors on the dresses. Oh my God, it's so exciting. So I would love to learn how to dance, and I don't know if you're up to that, but I am totally up. I'm gonna give you my business card. You can call me anytime, and I will be very happy to come down here. And everybody else says yes. No, you said something?
Give me your number.
I will, definitely. So, and I hope your wife doesn't get jealous, please. Okay. Everybody, I think, have said just about everything, so I'm not gonna keep you here for much longer, and I'm pretty sure that Mr. R is eager to come up and take his position as mayor for the day today. So let me read the certificate from the Secretary of the State's office. Office of the Secretary of the State of Connecticut, Secretary of the State Denise W. Morrow would like to recognize your support and tireless efforts in promoting the Lithuanian culture, music, and sports in the state of Connecticut. On behalf of the Office of the Secretary of the State, the Honorable Denise W. Morrow present this certificate to Al Jaros, Lithuanian Mayor of the Day. May you have many years of success in your future endeavors. Denise W. Morrow, March 10, 2017.
I think it's all those hugs and everything else that keeps our mayor for the day very young at heart and keeps him going, to be very honest with you. So I'm sure it would be. Before I introduce him to say a few words, one of the traditions that we do here, it takes a moment or two, is, and I've read this pretty much every year, the English translation of the Declaration of Independence of 1918. That was written by our Lithuanian mayor for the day, Rita Vileišytė Bagdonas' father. The text was written by him, and she was our mayor for the day a couple years back. I don't see her with us here this morning, but it is her father's hand that wrote these words translated into English. The Council of Lithuania, in its meeting of February 16, 1918, voted unanimously to address the governments of Russia, Germany, and other states with the following declaration. The Council of Lithuania, sole representative of the Lithuanian people, in conformity with the recognized right to national self-determination and in accordance with the resolution of the Lithuanian Conference held in Vilnius from September 18th to the 23rd of 1917, hereby proclaims the restitution of the independent state of Lithuania, founded on democratic principles, with Vilnius as its capital, and declares the severance of all ties which formerly bound this state to other nations. The Council of Lithuania also declares that the foundation of the Lithuanian state and relations with other countries will be finally normalized by a Seimas or parliament elected in a democratic fashion by the people of Lithuania. The Council of Lithuania, in informing the nation's address to this effect, kindly requests recognition of the independent state of Lithuania, and this was signed by the Lithuanian Council in Vilnius in February 16th of 1918. And along the same lines, when in March 11th of 1990, they based their declaration of independence with the fact that there was a declaration of 1918 and that it was never overruled by the people of Lithuania and that it was still in legal effect for the country and its inhabitants. And that document, untranslated, and a copy of it I have here with all the signatures of those representatives back from that day. So we are very proud, and like he said, some things are best done twice. Lithuania did it twice not because it wanted to do so, but it had no other choice to do so. We do have to remember that, and those who sacrificed for it. But on the happier note, Mayor, if I could have you up to say a few kind words to all of your people assembled here to celebrate this day, we welcome you to the microphone, Mr. Alphonse Jarvis.
Thank you. Ačiū labai. Ačiū labai. Sudie. You're not getting off that easy. Oh, gee, I got something here. Excuse me a minute. Oh, one thing before I start. I forget who it was. Anyway, said that I met my wife after I got back from the war, and that's not so. I met her about 4 years before I went to the service, and then that was 8 years, and then 4 years I still dated her after we got out of the service. After I got out of the service, I also got a job, went to school, got a job, and I remember my mother-in-law at the time, she came up to me, and in Lithuanian she says to me, "Na sūnau, ar nelaikas," which means, isn't it time, son, to get married? And then we did get married. But after 12 years, and I'll never forget those words, "Sūnau, ar nelaikas." Anyway, I hope you'll put up with me for a while. I got a little something written down to go by. This morning I woke up and I forget now even what I was going to say, but I know I got up and said, "Gee, here I am, still around, So that's about what this is about. After 99 years on this earth, thank the Lord, and being honored for the second time as Lithuanian mayor for the day. And thanks to all of you here, and to all the parishioners of St. Joe's, to the Knights of Lithuania, and Linus. Where is Linus?
Right here.
Hello, Linus. Yeah, ačiū labai for putting me here with all of you and putting up with me. I'd like to thank Mayor O'Leary for also lending me his title, and I wish I can wear it proudly for the day. I'll give it back. And I'd like to also thank at this time my family and all my friends, relatives, for caring for me all these years. It really means a lot. And thanks, Joe, for letting me sing. Let's see. Of course, today we also especially celebrate the independence of Lithuania, which independence will reach its 100th anniversary next year. And in remembrance of all those that made it possible, I'd like to recite a few verses from the Lithuanian national anthem, which I love very much. First, a few words in Lithuanian, then I'll translate them into English. Tegul saulė Lietuvoj tamsumus prašalina. Let the sun in Lithuania put aside all darkness. Ir šviesa, ir tiesa mūsų žingsnius telydi, and light and truth guide our steps. Tegul meilė Lietuvos dega mūsų širdyse. Let the love of Lithuania burn in our hearts. Vardan tos Lietuvos vienybė težydi. In the name of that Lithuania, may unity blossom. Those are words I think are kind of appropriate. I love them. And now I'd like to have all of you sing Ilgiausių metų for Lithuania's independence. Prašau. Ilgiausių metų, ilgiausių metų, ilgiausių, let's hear it. Ilgiausių metų, Ačiū labai. Thank you. Thank you again for giving me this lovely day. Ačiū labai. Iki pasimatymo. Valio Lietuva.
A man who has done us proud for so many years, our mayor for the day, Mr. Alphonse Jarvis. Thank you. Thank you again. I never literally know what to expect when he's going to get up and say something, what he's going to do, and he surprised us yet again in the most pleasant way that we could possibly imagine. Before we do close out today's ceremonies, and we do actually close with the Lithuanian national anthem at the end, after we do the God Bless America, which we traditionally do, I would like to just take a moment and recognize, I do know in our midst that we do have some former Lithuanian mayors of the day sitting here. We have lost in the last year or two a couple of them. One of them was Albertas Melninkas and a couple others. However, if I miss somebody as I'm pointing around the room or trying to remember, I do know that last year's mayor for the day, Mr. Linas Venslauskas, is back there. That Gintas Žemaitaitis is here. Lisa Stokes Velez right there. John Ambrositis. I did see he was in here somewhere. Where's Peter Versekis? Is he here? And I don't know. Oh, back there. There he is. Yes, absolutely. Janina Navarskas. And yes, people say, don't forget about yourself, but I'm the last on that totem pole. Believe me, all I do is MC this thing every year, and I work behind the scenes with everything else, and I hope I'm not missing anyone else here. So, I did say it. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about it. I lay low on those things. That's fine. It's not a problem. I would like to thank the city of Waterbury. I would like to thank Janina Navarskas and Irena Valys, who are dressed with their, as we say in Lithuanian, tautiniai rūbai, or our folk costumes that are so colorful and so varied and so different, being present here with us today. Our delegation from the Waterbury Police that are present here this morning as our honor guard, including, I think it was our Officer of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Saunders back there, yes. I thank the Waterbury Republican for being here. I thank the people filming for the cable access channel. Joe Geary, Director of Operations, Monroe Webster, who has been instrumental in putting these things together. Thank you very kindly. One and all, the representatives of our delegation, of our state, all of you who every year turn out, and this year, who would think in March I'd have to postpone it yet another 2 weeks to raise the flag? Yet again, that's what happened, but we'll hope for the better next year. I'd also like to recognize, and as was mentioned in the programs, that Mr. Jarvis is really a musician at heart, in many ways, plays the trumpet, sings, and is singing with the Waterbury Chorale, and the director of the Waterbury Chorale, Mr. Joseph J. Giacovino, is with us here today, and I'd like to have him. Yes. And so without further ado, and if I'm not forgetting any other point of order in this program, what's that? Yes, and most importantly, we have to remember his family that's here today, his daughter Ellen, his son Tom, who's here, and other family members who are here to support him and who have been around to help him out in many, many ways. Thank you, one and all. Please. And his grandchildren, where are they? Hiding out over there. Okay. And to close the program this morning, and before we send them over to cut the cake, which everyone's going to enjoy a piece of for sure, if we could ask everyone to stand, we do as a tradition, and I don't know why they always did this, but instead of the Star-Spangled Banner or something else, we've always done God Bless America. And I always think to the fact that perhaps the Lithuanian immigrants that came over and the people who organized this years before I ever did this or helped out in any way were very grateful and felt that God did bless America for them to come here and be a part of this great country. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Please remain standing. We'll do the Lithuanian national anthem. Those who can help me out with it. I'm not a soloist, so please. And I know that we'll get... Yeah. Lietuva tėvynė mūsų, tu didvyrių žemė, iš praeities tavo sūnus ten stiprybę semia, tegul tavo vaikai eina vien takais dorybės, tegul dirba tavo naudai ir žmonių Ačiū dar kartą visiems susirinkusiems. Thank you one and all for those of you who came to the celebration. Dabar linkime Lietuvai dar daug metų nepriklausomybės. We wish Lithuania many years of independence. And may the mayor of the day fulfill his duties with cutting the cake and greeting each and every one of you and saying hello. Thank you one and all. Ačiū dar kartą.
Tavo vizitinė. Čia šitas žmogus sveikina, jo?
Čia vienas iš tų, kur sveikina, taip. Tu norėsi nuotrauką su jo mero kabinete ar kur nors?
Yes, būtinai.
If there's a possibility, maybe a little later, once he's done here, she gets a picture of him like in the mayor's office.
Of course,
or
yeah,
something
we'll
like
take him
that.
and get him sit
Yeah.
down at the desk.
Okay.
and sign
Ir aš noriu, kad ant stalo galima jo sveikinimus sudėti.
Yeah,
Prieš
get it,
šitą.
yeah. Thank you, likewise, yeah. And for those of you who didn't notice, our mayor for the day is dressed in Lithuanian colors, yellow, green, and red.
State Representative Jerry Ray. That's okay. We're going to go over and raise the flag. Right here, yeah. Oh, yeah. You had it upside down? Upside down. There were a couple of years that it didn't happen that way. I had it in a very quick fashion. Because otherwise it would have been just stressed. You're the mayor. Don't play the line.
No, not for me.
With assistance. Ready? Go up there. Hold this one. I'll bring it down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There you go. Oh, it's going to twist itself up. Go ahead. Sure.
I got him. Yeah.
I know all of you are standing quite a distance away, but I hope you hear something. Every year, to honor Lithuanian Independence Day, both of February 16th, 1918 and March 11th of 1990, we raise the flag thanks to the city of Waterbury and our long standing tradition of our Lithuanian mayor for the day and our flag raising. We raise this in honor of all those who fought for the independence of Lithuania, but not only that, for all of the Lithuanian Americans who have contributed to Waterbury, who are their citizens, and also who fought for the independence and for the continued freedom of these great United States as Lithuanian Americans. It is in their honor, and in the honor also of our mayor for the day, Al Jaras, veteran himself, that we raise this flag today. We hope that it flies proudly. We apologize for the fact that we had to delay this for a couple weeks, but we thank all of you who are here, take part in this today, and we'll continue the ceremonies upstairs in the room. Thank you.
Oh.